Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. All right, Isaac. Let's start with this, man. Are you a beekeeper, man? I saw some stuff online about, what you're doing with these bees.
Yeah, I'm a small scale beekeeper right now. At 3 hives back in Kansas City. And I want to grow that, but I just don't have time right now as a full-time fighter. So, yeah, I keep bees. I get honey every year. I'm actually, right after this fight, flying right back to Kansas City to do my honey harvest. Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, what's the difference between the honey that they sell in the stores and the honey that you're procuring yourself, man? It must be a difference.
Oh, there's an enormous difference, brother. There's a few things. One is a lot of the honey that's in stores has been heated, and so it loses a lot of its flavor profile. Like my honey, you can still taste the flowers on it. It's just amazing. Another thing, well, with the heating, a lot of times that honey isn't actually honey. It still hasn't dried up enough to be honey, and so what they do with these big companies is they mix all of the honey together, the stuff that's ready and the stuff that's not ready, and then they heat it, which causes it not to ferment. And then, they sell that to you as honey. So just nowhere near as good. There's a lot of sugars added, things like that. And any honey that's in a store can basically say that it's organic honey, even though it's been heated and stuff like that. So my honey's only been strained, not filtered or heated. And, it's some of the best you can get.
Yeah, man. Hey, get a honey empire. Get that going, I'm all for it, man. Now to MMA stuff, man. They're gonna change some rules starting November. Have you seen these changes they made? The first one is the 12-6 elbows. Those will be allowed now, and then the grounded opponent rule, where now you could be on your feet and have two hands, and you can still kick somebody in the head. What do you think of these changes?
I think they're necessary because a lot of times people like to play that game of up and down, and it's really annoying when you're trying to fight someone that's doing that. Because in the real world, I'll just kick you right here, and so I think that's a good rule change in 12-6. I know how I feel about that one. I think it could be cool. Yeah, I'm with it.
Especially when you're sitting in someone's guard.
Yeah,
and you just you can just rain down some elbows, right?
Yeah.
Serious damage. Is there any rules that you think should be changed that are still sticking around that doesn't make sense?
Shoot, man. Ones that I wish were there were that you don't get to get up at the end of the round. You start back where you were.
Oh, okay.
Because it's more like a real fight. Like what we do in the UFC and other organizations, it's a sport. It's not a real fight. There's definitely things that make it into a sport. So I prefer just a real fight with no real rules, but that's just me.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. You make a great point. I never thought about that. Like at the end of the round, you should probably start where you ended the round in the next round. That makes sense.
Yeah, you didn't get up. I'm still on top of you, beating you up. Just, that'd be cool with no breaks and just do 15 minutes straight through. But we play the game, bro, and that's how it is.
Yeah. You gotta, like you said, you gotta play the game and follow the rules, while they're still around. Yeah, man. Let's get into this fight coming up September 7th. Brendon Marotte. What do you think of Marotte and his fighting style?
Man, I don't really know much about him. There's not a lot of film on him or anything like that. Seems like a tough kid. He wants to walk forward and kind of try to get in your face and sling some leather and hopefully catch you. That's really all I see from him. I'm sure he's gotten a lot better from the last film that I can find on him. So, and then his last performance against Terrence McKinney, that didn't really show you anything. So, yeah, I'm just looking forward to, or I'm expecting to fight the best guy in the world, and we'll see how it works.
Yeah, this fight, he's dropping down to featherweight from lightweight.
Yeah.
Is that what do you think of that?
As long as he makes weight, there's no problem. I see it. If we weigh in the same weight, you're not going to be that much bigger than me. Frame wise, you might be taller or whatever. But at the end of the day, we're about the same size, so we're just going to scrap it out.
But if he misses weight, you get that extra cash. So
Yeah,
it's kind of nice to have that, right?
that'd be great. I could use it for sure.
Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Yeah, man. Like you said, the debut that he had against Terrence McKinney, there was not much you can see from that. So when you go look at the film from the regional scene, like anything else that stuck out about him, like is he more of a? Do you feel like he's stronger at grappling or striking? What do you think? Stacking up against you.
I'm sure his striking is his best weapon. I think he thinks he's going to knock me out with the striking, and I don't think it's that great. I think it's kind of wild striking, but I also haven't got to showcase any of mine, so we'll see how it works out.
Yeah, definitely. Now let's go back to your last fight, and the world, they knew that you won that fight, you know what I mean? But on paper, that's what counts, right? And also your paycheck as well.
Yeah.
Like going back to it and think about it now, 6 months removed from that, what do you think of, your performance and how you handled everything in that fight?
I think I had a decent performance. I mean, it wasn't my greatest showing ever, but it was my first time going 3 rounds and against a tough guy too. Like I hadn't faced a striker as good as Christian. You've seen him in his last fight, beating up Rosa a little bit before Rosa finished him. So yeah, he's a decent striker, and I never actually fought one. I sparred with plenty of great strikers, but I never actually fought one. So I just learned a lot from the fight and gained a lot of experience that I definitely needed. So it wasn't a bad thing. Actually my life got a lot better because I lost that fight. Some things took place in my life that probably wouldn't have happened if I would have won. So I'm super grateful. I've been living my best life since that last fight, and I'm hoping to get back on the right track.
Well, what are these things? Can you reveal to us what happened?
Well, I got this beautiful house.
Oh, of course.
My sponsor SteveWillDoIt helped me out a lot on that. And I just have I'm getting all the recovery and stuff that I should have been getting before that I couldn't necessarily afford. So yeah, man, I'm just happier. I have my daughter now with me, and everything's just looking up since that fight. I actually had Zach Ryan. He messaged me after my fight. Cool, he's an awesome country singer, and he helped me out with some. He helped me out a little bit for losing that fight because he thought I won as well. So that was amazing to get that.
Yeah, I think it's incredible, man. That the platform that you fight on allows you to reach out to these people, or these people can reach out to you and help you out. That's great, man, to see that it improved your life.
It's a blessing. I mean, both of those guys helped me out so much and really just. I changed my life for sure. I'm in this beautiful house. I never had a house this nice in my entire life. So it's crazy to me, but. I'm just looking forward to winning September 7th and, hopefully changing my life once more.
Yeah, man. A big weight off your shoulders, right? Because I remember you were living in the RV. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was living in an RV at the gym, and now I get to wake up every day and, get the recovery that I need and get the best training and, just be happier all around. So it's great.
And, after that last fight, you ruffled some feathers with some of your comments about Christian Rodriguez and the lube situation. When you look back at that, could you divulge a little bit more of like how you felt in the fight and stuff like that?
Well, in the fight, I felt like in 2.5 minutes, I couldn't hold on to him anymore. And my thing was at the time is I've grappled everybody, almost everyone in college wrestling, everyone in the gym with no shirts on, sweaty as can be, and nobody's been that slippery except one person. He was cheating, so he got caught cheating. So it is what it is. I think that's one of the things that was going on in that fight, and I think they know that, and I know that their camp's kind of suspect on that as well. So it is what it is, though. He won a round, I won 2 in that fight, and if people want to say he won, it is what it is. I'm sure we'll see each other again one day, and because he's a hot prospect as well, he's going to keep doing well, and I hopefully can keep doing well, and maybe one day we'll see each other again.
So, you're training at Factory X, one of the best teams in the world, and now you have added your home that you can stay at comfortably, and then you got the recovery stuff. So camp must be a whole nother world for you in some ways.
Oh yeah, I mean, I feel better than I ever have at the end of the camp. Like normally, my body was tore up, um, injuries coming into play, and it's all sort of, you know how it is. All sorts of stuff goes on at the end of 10 weeks of training as hard as you can. So, um, yeah, I feel great. My body feels good, so that's the biggest thing.
And who have been working with you to prepare you for Brendon Marotte, like his style and all of that stuff, the training partners that you have?
Yeah, I mean, I have a few partners, like younger guys coming up, but I mostly spend most of my time with Yusuf Salal and Chris Gutierrez. They actually just both had fights recently, both won on the same night, and I was in their camp as well. So I've been training in their camp and for my camp for about 12 weeks. So I feel good, and I know those guys are better than the people I'm fighting right now. So I know where I'm at, and I just have to go prove it.
Is 12 weeks normal for you, or is that kind of a longer one?
No, I mean, I was helping them with their camp.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I didn't know about this fight until probably 8 weeks ago.
Mhm.
But I was in their camp helping them every single day, and kind of getting the reps in with them. So, I haven't had a break in a while.
And it must be helpful that, when you get into like a camp, when you switch over to the camp, focused on you a little bit more, that you're physically more fit than normal, right? Even though you're
Yeah,
training, fighters train, but sometimes they're not physically fit for a fight.
yeah, for sure. No, I had I was sparring those guys every single day. So
Yeah.
yeah, I feel good about it. And I had a few weeks off. Like I went and cornered Chris in that
Mhm.
fight, so I had that week off. I mean, I still trained, but not as hard. And so I think that made a big impact as well in my camp. Just getting that little bit of rest, a few days of rest in there.
How helpful is it to when you're in a long camp that you go off and go to a fight week and kind of get a couple of days of rest, I guess, during that week, and then go back to the gym and then go full blast again? Is it helpful like that? Also, your mind is like in the fight week as well, kind of like get you in a fight week to prepare
Yeah,
yourself for your fight week.
yeah, you get to see exactly what you're gonna do and everything here in a couple weeks. That was what was cool about it. And then also, I don't know, it's great for your mental to like, because I'm pushing so hard, and I don't have any time to do the things I want to do. I'm just training, 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 and having those few days off is just a good mental reset for me to be able to come back and be locked in for the rest of camp.
Man, what do you expect in this one, man? Because I know you got a little chip on your shoulder because of the last one, man. The result, what I mean, it's not what it's supposed to be. What do you expect in this?
Man, I'm expecting to go out there, hit him with some things, show off what I can do, and finish the fight early. I think he thinks the same thing. I'm just trying to go home so I can ride my dirt bikes. That's all I'm trying to do. Trying to get paid, come back here to Colorado, go ride my dirt bikes for a couple weeks. Haven't got to ride all summer basically. So yeah, I'm hoping I can get him out of there quick. But if we got to fight the whole time, then we'll fight the whole time. It really is what it is. I'm trying to get paid, change my life, change my daughter's life, change my family's life, and just do the things I love to do.
How freeing is it to go dirt biking? Because what I mean, like I've done it a few times. I'm not like a pro or nothing like that, but man, it's pretty freeing to be out there alone on a machine that's strong as shit. Just fucking rip it through the woods, rip it through the
Yeah,
mountains and stuff.
yeah. No, I grew up racing. I was actually better at racing for a while than I was wrestling. So
Wow.
um, I still got it a little bit. I'm not the greatest by any means, but I'm still pretty quick.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's great. I feel it's like the one time other than training MMA that like my mind is just blank and only reacting. That's why I love it so much because I'm only reacting. And the fun thing is the better you get on a bike, the faster you can go, the better you can control the bike, and usually the safer you are, just the more you ride. The thing is with that though is the faster you get, the harder you crash. So that's the problem. That's why I can't. I don't go to the track very often anymore because I'm wild and I'll try to jump everything, and I just don't want to get hurt. So I kind of stick to the trails nowadays. I will go to the track. I just got to keep it toned down and remember I'm not a pro at this. This is my hobby.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. Well, it's in your blood, right? You're a fighter, so like, you're, of
Yeah,
course, you're gonna go wild, whatever you do.
yeah, 100%.
And one last thing, man. This fight, man, against with Ilya Topuria and Max Holloway, right? It's like, I think it's like probably one of the greatest like featherweight title matchups we're gonna ever see. What do you think of this?
Well, I love the matchup. They're both amazing fighters. Max is obviously one of my favorites. I grew up watching him fight, and he's put on so many spectacular shows in the past. And Ilya, he's up and coming. He's obviously the champ for a reason, and he fought my teammate Yusuf and beat UC on his first UFC stint. So, I kind of hope they see each other again too one day because I know Yusuf got something for him.
What if I was talking to somebody about this fight, and I said, what if Max walks out there first round, walks to the center of the cage, and points down like he normally does, and then just goes at Ilya Topuria power for power, man? What do you think? What do you think of that? That would be incredible, right?
That'd be insane. Where is that fight taking place? I forget where it's taking place.
I think it's Salt Lake City, I believe,
Salt Lake
maybe.
City.
Oh, maybe,
Yeah,
bro.
I don't know. They need to have that in a big arena because if that
Yeah.
happens
Oh, yeah.
in a big arena, that'd be crazy.
For sure, man. Well, man, I hope the next fight you get is in a big arena. You know what I mean? This
Oh
one is in
yeah,
the
yeah.
Apex.
I'm hoping this is
Um,
to get out of the Apex. I thought this will be my third fight in there. I always dreamed of fighting in front of a crowd, so I'm excited to get to do that. And this is just one of the things where I got to go perform and show them that's where I belong.
yeah,
And it'll come to fruition. I just have to keep believing, keep pushing, keep training, keep winning, and doing my thing.
yeah. Well, good news that they're gonna close the Apex soon to do construction for a while. So
All
I
right,
guess
really?
everybody's gonna go. Yeah, yeah. So that's good news. September 7th, man. UFC Fight Night. Isaac, thank you so much, man, for taking the time, and all the best in the upcoming fight. And hopefully we'll see like a brand of honey with your face on it one day.
Oh yeah, one day when I'm done, when I'm retired, you'll
Yeah.
get it. Thank you,
All right.
brother.